I'm expecting the African to stand there and want to challenge Janibek's ego. If you watch Janibek's highlight tape, he's going to be there to get hit. I expect a knockout. I'm picking Alam Hanalei to win by knockout. I'm not going to pick around. Now, pick him on your money line. Put him on a parlay. I think that's a safe bet as well. If I do get the odds on what a knockout pays, I'll put in the community section. I wouldn't even put this on a parlay because the juice isn't worth the squeeze. $1 on 100. I was always told leave fights like that alone, but I'm going to predict right now. I predict Abdullah Mason to knock out Ornelas, late replacement. I think Ornelas is tailor-made. That style is going to come forward. Mason's going to want to prove to everybody that his trajectory is still skyrocketing. I think his arsenal is going to be a bit too much, and I think having that, once again, I always talk about Olympic pedigree. When things go wrong in the fight, in terms of making on-the-moment adjustments, I got to give it to the guy with the Olympic experience. You can't talk about enough about the discipline, the strategy, and the fight IQ of a fighter who makes it all the way to represent their country, becomes a pro, especially a knockout artist who's undefeated with a 73% career knockout to ratio. So I'm putting all in on the Mexican. I think that he's gonna beat the Dominican fighter and continue on his push to fight for a world title. Perspective, have you been knocked out before? Have you lost before? That matters, guys, and I can't speak on that enough regarding going into a high stakes fight like this. The risks you're going to take. Are you going to hesitate? Are you going to fight like you've always fought? And all that being said, I'm going to take that method of victory bet. I think Torres Jr., I think Kiki is going to find a home for his back here. And this is a fun fight to document. And this is going to be a fun fight to watch. I'm putting my money on a parlay for God's son, Liam Talava, to get his redemption, to go in there, to go in Newcastle. He's going to be hearing all the boos. I think the Southpaw is going to be ready for redemption, and I think maybe we might be able to set up to see an Australian trilogy. Guys only have 10 total fights, and this is the beautiful part of the sport of boxing, because every now and then you get moments like this, guys on the come up who get to create their own legacy. In the comments, so I'm taking Tszyu to get back on track. I think he's going to make the adjustments. I think he's still going to have faith in his power. He's still going to have faith in his chin. I think he's going to showcase what he's been working on, and I fully expect him to be at the top of his game. At 30 years old, he's in his physical prime, and I think this is a perfect stylistic matchup for Tszyu to put his name back on the map at 154 pounds. Guys, you don't have to agree with me in the comment section.